Hello, thank you for joining me. This is Tell You the Truth, my podcast Emerging Energy, and this week is the week of September 3rd through the 9th, 2018, where I'm going to be talking about the energies that are coming in for this week and some of the obstacles that we might need to face and overcome, and some things that are really, really exciting and other things that might be more looked and viewed as challenges. But it's all for the greater good. It's all for us to evolve to the next beautiful level of evolution and consciousness and rising in consciousness, because that's essentially why we are all here. So, this week of September 3rd through the 9th, I do have some notes here. So, September 5th, Mercury enters Virgo. So it's been having fun, and now it's entering Virgo, and Virgo is a little bit more analytical. Virgo is going to be a little bit more of a stickler, but it's very detail-oriented. It has a really good, assertive, responsible energy to it. So that's good. On September 6th, Saturn goes direct in Capricorn. Great. Thank God. So we're not going to be feeling that shadow aspect of Saturn as much. Even though Saturn in Capricorn is a pretty hardcore thing in general. So, but we've all been feeling it this summer, like I've been saying. Nothing new, just more challenges so that we can grow. And then September 9th, Venus enters Scorpio, as well as September 9th is also the new moon in Virgo, which is a nice, fresh new moon in Virgo. Probably will make you want to clean the house or something. Clean up, tidy up, organize, all that good stuff. So September 3rd through the 9th, as you see, there's some astrological things going on, but also I was really called to look at contrast, to look at different choices that you're making, and really focus this week on what the choices are that you are making and what choices are you being given. I mean, obviously, in life, we have free will. So every single decision that we make is our choice, regardless of whether we're conscious of it or not. The trick is to be consciously aware of the choice that we are making and not just falling into the same old routines, not just falling into the same patterns. So this week, I really feel like we're called to, you have two ways to look. You have two perceptions. You have the very black and white, I'm right, they're wrong, that kind of thing. It's very divided. It's not going to be a fun picnic if you pick this road. There's going to be some self-sabotaging patterns going on. I feel like this week you are there's a tendency for us to be more stressed and confused if we don't kind of look outside of ourselves. So we really need to be able to look at the bigger picture, even though I know right now we're in Virgo, and Virgo is a sign of detail. But if we can just kind of look objectively from what's going on around us and see that in the moment, maybe this is not as big a deal as we need to make it. Maybe we don't need to react to this situation the way we have done before. So I feel like the universe is really going to test this week. So And there's lots of tendencies to go back into your comfort zone, to just kind of get on the couch and kind of numb it out if you're feeling overwhelmed. Also, make sure that you don't have a tendency to be fake. Are you being your authentic self, or are you, kind of being salesperson-y? Are you kind of not being true to what you actually believe? Are you just kind of smiling because you feel like that's something that, is expected of you? You don't have to do that. Again, that is a choice that you don't necessarily have to abide by society's laws, these unwritten laws that we're all geared towards. As long as it's not affecting anybody, be your authentic self. And even if it does affect other people, then it's fine, honestly. I would rather that than us be faking our true selves and stuffing our beautiful selves down. We really need to rise up. I mean, I feel so called to tell all of you and myself that we really need to rise up and step up. The potential is there. The seed has already been planted. It's time to bloom. It's time to grow. It's time to crack open that soil and penetrate into the fresh air. And I think that a lot of the universe is a test right now to make sure that we are the ones that wanted to be here, that are strong enough, that are capable enough. And we're not alone. We cannot think that we're alone. We are all connected. We are all connected. So just by healing yourself, and just by being able to be true to yourself and your love and your passion and what you are here to do, regardless of what anybody else thinks of you, that's what we're here to show everybody. That's going to affect, once you heal yourself, that's going to affect other people in your lives. It might affect millions. It might affect 3. But it doesn't matter the number. It's part of the process of the little drop in the ocean, but it's still something that's so big. I mean, it's a ripple effect. It's so beautiful. So this week, the fake thing, the numb thing, just going through the motions, not being very self-aware. There's clutteredness, there's fogginess. Listen to what's going on. Be the observer of yourself. What is your mind chatting about? What is it? Listen to the inner dialogue of your brain. What is it saying? What is it wanting you to do? And how is it acting? Is it nice to you? Is it not nice to you? These are things that you really need to start looking into. This is stuff that we all need to start looking into, is what is our inner dialogue? Is it judging? Is it really negative? Is it worrying? And then we need to question, is this something that we actually need in our lives? Is this something that's benefiting us, having this inner dialogue? Get behind that inner dialogue and look at it. Become aware of it. That's where your power is. That's the real free will. Not this zombieing through life thing. We gotta wake up and we gotta own our power. And yes, we have responsibilities, but the way we look at the responsibilities, it could be fun. It can be fun. I love doing the dishes now, and that's crazy, but I love it. So, this week, choices. Look at all of the different choices and what your choices are that you're making for yourself and for the people in your life and for the way that you're wanting to live. Because this week is really going to show you that contrast. So we have to look, and even if you're struggling, even if there are major life decisions going on this week and it's just weighing you down, try and look at it as like, this is a transition, or this is a phase that is going to help me grow to my next step, to strengthen me, to strengthen who I am inside, to strengthen the soul growth that needs to happen in order for us to evolve as these souls in these bodies. So concentrate on authenticity. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you want to be? Come home. Come back to yourself. Come back to that inner child. That's part of you. Really look and see all the different facets of what kind of person you are, and put the pieces together. So focus on authenticity. Focus on limitlessness. Who is your higher self? Harness that true potential. And with that is going to come this beautiful compassion and this wanting to share, this wanting to reach out to others so that they can feel the joy and the bliss that you have now found. Don't you want that? Everybody wants that. Everybody wants to feel connected. Everybody wants to feel love. We have it within ourselves to be able to do this. It won't come through another relationship with somebody. It won't come through your child. It won't come through anything else. We have to harness this power within ourselves in order to really, really understand what we are capable of, what our true potential is, and what we can really, really be able to manifest in this life in order for us to have this peace on earth that we all want. So self-acknowledgement. Acknowledge the pieces of you, even if they're dark. I mean, there are all these beautiful shadow sides of us. There are all these dark places that we don't want to see because we want to be quote-unquote good people. But we also need to be able to recognize that what society calls as good doesn't necessarily need to define you. You define yourself. So know that to be true. Really believe that you are your only judge. Because honestly, we're all stars. We're all part of the stars. And in and of itself, that's perfect. So this week, recognize, acknowledge, and send love. And if you can do that for yourself, it's so easy to do it for others. If you're not filling your cup for yourself, it's going to be harder to share and give to others. Recognize resentment in yourself, recognize comparison, recognize jealousy, recognize worry, recognize fear. All of these things, once you recognize it, that really does harness that power of then you can change it. But the thing is, recognizing is not the end-all be-all. You still have to change it if that's what is best for serving you. And if it isn't serving, or if it is serving you in some way, if there's a fear that is serving you in some way, then that's a deeper shadow work process that you would have to go through. And I think that that's beautiful too. You know, Teal Swan has some videos on shadow work if you guys are wondering what shadow work is. But definitely come home to yourself. And I really felt, really felt like if you guys, if we don't meditate this week, like this is the week to meditate. This is the week to get down and dirty and sit down. Make yourself sit down. Make yourself lay down. Make yourself be silent for at least 10 minutes and just come into the silence. Go into just the presence of the moment. Harness that. That's where your true self lies. That's where the beauty is. That's where the light is. That's where all that potential and energy and love and unconditional love and light energy is. So get silent in love for 10 minutes. If you can do it every day, you are a rock star. If you can do it every other day, you are still a rock star. But this week is really called to look at yourself, figure out what is going to serve you, what doesn't serve you anymore, and start breaking away from things that are not good for your life anymore. Decisions that you make for yourself that might not be good for yourself anymore. They may have served you in the past, but that's done. We're living in the now. We're living in this moment. We're living in this moment. Breathe it in. And let the moment just fall all around you. And just be. It's so great. And just breathe. So this week, be willing to accept challenges. And if you are willing to accept these challenges, they're not going to seem as scary. You're going to feel more empowered. You're going to be like, go me. I got this. This is going to help me grow. This is a crazy challenge. Oh my gosh, this is like blowing my mind right now. But I know that this is going to help my soul growth. I know that this is going to help humanity. I know that this is going to be something good in the greater picture. That's what we really need to be focused on. And I have assurance from my spirit guides that if we can look at that from that perception and really be receptive and be open to these challenges, we will be victorious. We will be successful. We will manifest the life that we want. And I want this for everybody. Everybody needs to be able to have this. So look at these challenges as exciting new ventures. You might stumble, but we can get back up. Get your support group together. Get the people that you love and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to start doing this, but like hold me accountable. You know? If you need help like that, reach out. Ask for that help. So this week, commit yourself to yourself. Know yourself. I mean, I'm always a big advocate on self-care and loving yourself and making sure your body is being nourished the way that it needs to be and taken care of, and you're getting, if your back starts hurting, you're getting those massages or going to the chiropractor, and you're taking all your probiotics and vitamins and all of that good stuff to really help your body. And that's great for self-care, but we need to go a little bit deeper this week and really figure out the mental chatter. Figure out what's really going on upstairs in our head. Who is that voice? Do you have a couple voices? Do you have one voice? I mean, how moody? I tend to be very moody. So I have a couple different, I wouldn't say a couple different voices, but definitely like I get angry, and there's a certain aspect in my voice in my head that goes, that's reactive and wants to lash out. And I need to like step back from that and take a couple breaths and say, and look at the situation. Say, is it really worth it for me to exert all that energy of lashing out? No, it's really not. We need to become love. We need to feel like we are love, because that's really what we are anyways. We need to own it. We need to own our light. Stop hiding it. Stop putting a cloud around it. Stop being comfortable in our mental chatter. So if it helps, always journal, make an outline of things that, you know, maybe the choices and the way that you reacted to them. If you have also if you have an idea this week, there is a definite wave of inspiration. So if you have that like 4 o'clock in the morning, you wake up and you have like a lyric in your head, or you have a storyline in your head, write it down. Put a journal by your bed and write that down, because this new moon energy in Virgo is really gonna be able to help you harness whatever these little bits of inspiration are that are coming to you. Even if it seems like a big dream right now, but you have that joy and excitement of an idea, write it down. Don't let the bigness overwhelm you to where you won't do it. Go ahead and write it down. And this energy might just be able to get you, if it's true, the universe will provide. If it's true, this universe will get you to the right people that know the right other people and start connecting the dots for you, and then it'll manifest. So always trust the universe, but always trust the universe and get to know yourself well enough to trust yourself as well. So I hope all of you have a very blessed week. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate this podcast, and that I get to tell you guys this energy that I'm feeling and my spirit guides talking to me. I feel so blessed to give this to you, and this helps me as well. So I thank you. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.